What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another video. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. If you're a current subscriber to the channel, you know how these go. I basically give you guys quick reviews of a bunch of films I've seen over the past bit. I'm going to give you all my quick thoughts, a little synopsis, and give you my overall score. I want you guys to get down below in the comment section and let me know your thoughts and opinions on any of these films if you've seen them, if you like them, thought they were okay. Let's have a great conversation down below about them. Sound of Metal is directed by Darius Marder and stars Riz Ahmed, Olivia Cooke, and Paul Raci, and the story is about a heavy metal drummer's life is thrown into a free fall when he begins to lose his hearing. So this film came out last year on Amazon Prime in December. I unfortunately missed it, and so I'm counting this for my 2021 ranking, and so I was very much excited going into this film. I've heard nothing but praise for Riz Ahmed's performance in here, and I absolutely love this film. I thought Riz Ahmed's performance was electrifying in here. Definitely Oscar worthy. It's a very emotional film and very serious, and his character does learn a lot about speaking deaf, sign language, and it really dives into how much your life can get ruined for something small like this. Olivia Cooke as well gives her best performance of her career, but Paul Raci as well stands right next to Riz Ahmed, and I'm definitely offended that he didn't get nominated for Golden Globes or SAGs. Hopefully he does for the Oscar. His character as well, for the majority of the movie, he speaks sign language, and that's a big part of the film. Most of this film is sign language, which is definitely very unique, and it really dives into just the emotional depths this character goes through. If I were to pinpoint a little flaw with the film, is that I wish I would have seen more from certain other characters, like the deaf community, like Lauren Ridloff's character, who's going to be in the upcoming Eternals film. I wish I would have gotten more development with her, because I really like the connection between her and Riz Ahmed. But overall, guys, this film is fantastic. I definitely recommend you to check it out on Amazon Prime. And on my rating scale, I'm going to give Sound of Metal an A. Willys Wonderland is a recent film directed by Kevin Lewis and stars Nicolas Cage as a quiet drifter is tricked into a janitorial job at the now condemned Willys Wonderland. The mundane tasks suddenly become an all-out fight for survival against wave after wave of demonic animatronics. Fists fly, kicks land, titans clash, and only one side will make it out alive. This film has been getting a lot of buzz from certain people. 3C Films has been hyping it up, and I recently checked this film out, and I'm a huge Nicolas Cage fan. I love when he just goes crazy in certain films that are insane and crazy like this. And Willys Wonderland, it is crazy, it is action-packed and bloody gore, and it's also really dumb at its core. Know what you're getting yourself into when you watch Willys Wonderland, because you have Nicolas Cage's character who doesn't say a damn word in the film. He has no dialogue. He plays this guy who takes this janitorial job at Willys Wonderland, and he beats the crap out of a bunch of animatronics that look creepy and sus. And it's a lot of blood and gore, and it gave us what we wanted, and it's entertaining at its core, and I totally expected that going in. It's got a terrible script, terrible side characters. I wish those side characters were not in this movie a lot. They really were in it a lot. I wanted more Nicolas Cage as the silent assassin character, and Nicolas Cage is the reason why you're going to check the film out. And if you're going into it wanting animatronic puppeteers to get bat and whacked, you're gonna get that with Willys Wonderland. So definitely check it out if you want to. It's very entertaining, action-packed, and funny. I just wish the side characters were not in it. So on my rating scale, I'm going to give Willys Wonderland a C-. Nomadland is directed by Chloe Zhao and stars Frances McDormand and David Strathairn. After losing everything in the Great Recession, a woman embarks on a journey through the American West, living as a van-dwelling modern-day nomad. Chloe Zhao has been getting tons of hype for Nomadland, It premiered at many film festivals last year, like New York Film Festival and TIFF, and Frances McDormand as well, a legend icon actress at the Oscars. And so I was very excited to check the film out, and Nomadland is definitely a fantastic film. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be turned off by this because it is very slow-paced and boring in their personal mindset, but for me, I'm really into this slow-paced burnout movie. Nomadland really explores nomads in their perfect sense, and the fun fact about the film is that it was filmed in this area with real nomads. Frances McDormand is fantastic in here. She's a fantastic actress. She really plays this character, Fern, who has lost a lot in her life and becoming a nomad. It really dives into nomad's life. You're going to see Frances McDormand's character taking a shit in a bucket, and that's realistic. That may turn people off, but it didn't for me. I thought Chloe Zhao's direction was definitely the best direction I've seen for this Oscar season, and I think she's definitely got this Oscar for sure. It's got some slow-paced moments that aren't as interesting as other specific scenes, and that will turn people off. But for me, I was totally into it. Chloe Zhao's world was amazing. This novel coming to life, and Frances McDormand's a powerhouse. So Nomadland's going to do really well come this Oscar season. And on my rating scale, I'm going to give Nomadland an A-. Minari is directed by Lee Isaac Chung and stars Stephen Young, Young Yo Jung, and Will Patton. And the simple premise to this movie is it's about a Korean family starting a farm in 1980s Arkansas. That's really much the plot to this movie, and the Golden Globes certainly don't realize that. Minari is not a foreign film. It is an American film, and Minari, again, this film has been getting a lot of hype since its Sundance premiere last year, and I was very excited to see Minari, and Stephen Yeun is well known for The Walking Dead. He was getting a lot of hype in there, and Minari is the best film I've seen out of these group of films for sure. It is such a fantastic film. And I usually don't throw this word around, masterpiece, often. Minari is a masterpiece. I love this film. It's a beautiful story about a Korean family just building a life, living the American dream. Alan Kim as the young son, by far one of the best child acted performances I've seen as of recently. This young kid starts off as this brat, but then just has a great arc. Minari just really dives into the American dream for this Korean family, and by the whole arc of this movie, where it ends is completely sad, and it's just a beautiful story about hope. And guys, Minari is such a fantastic film. I had no issues with this film whatsoever. And also shout out to Will Patton's character Paul in here. If you don't know, he played the other coach in Remember the Titans. So if you're Remember the Titans fans, definitely check him out in Minari. I really liked his character too. Brought in a lot of humanity in here. Guys, Minari absolutely floored me. It's a masterpiece, and I hope it does really well this come Oscar season. And on my rating scale, Minari definitely gets an A+. Borat subsequent movie film starring Sacha Baron Cohen and Maria Bakalova. Very, very nice. Borat returns from Kazakhstan to America to deliver a present to Vice President Mike Pence. And Borat's subsequent movie film was the shocking sequel to Borat, which came out in 2006, which is a very beloved comedy classic. And I watched Borat for the very first time most recently and absolutely was gut-busting laughing with that film. I think Sacha Baron Cohen's a very funny actor. Unfortunately, though, Borat's subsequent movie film is a very disappointing sequel, to say the least. I didn't enjoy it as much as the first one. The jokes really didn't land compared to the original, but I thought Sacha Baron Cohen, once again, is phenomenal as Borat. The way he's able to commit so much to the character and completely stay in character in this real time. And Maria Bakalova may have stolen the whole show in here as Borat's daughter. She for sure was a sensation in here. I would love to see her do more work. While some of the jokes were funny at the start, then they start to get not funny. And also this film was filming during the COVID-19 pandemic at the start, so they really dive into that story in the third act. And Borat's just making his weird adventures as well, making different disguises, and they're simply delivering a present to Mike Pence. That's pretty much the storyline. And if you saw the movie in the final act, it's very controversial. And so yeah, I just was disappointed with this film. I wanted to really enjoy it as much as the first, but there's a lot of inappropriate jokes that don't land in here. But I thought Baron Cohen and Bakalova were a good sensation in here. So on my rating scale, I'm going to give Borat's subsequent movie film a C-. Wolfwalkers is directed by Tom Moore and Ross Stewart, and this animated film is currently on Apple TV+. It's about a young apprentice hunter and her father journey to Ireland to help wipe out the last wolf pack, but everything changes when she befriends a free-spirited girl from a mysterious tribe rumored to transform into wolves by night. Wolfwalkers is a fantastic animated film on Apple TV+, and this film just floored me with the animation. Might I just say, this is the most beautiful animated film I have seen, even a little bit over Soul. I was just very impressed with how this film was animated and just looked incredible. You got some fantastic characters in here. I love Sean Bean's casting in here as the father. A lot of Ned Stark vibes in here if you're Game of Thrones fans. Robin and Meep's friendship was also a good highlight to the film. Meep's character in particular, what she's trying to do with her mother, is really emotional, and the wolf pack in here was a good addition. There was a good animated song. There's a big story about compassion and not trying to be banished from real human beings. You got this Lord Protector guy who's trying to kill all the wolves and burn the woods. It's a very emotional story, and Wolfwalkers was definitely a surprise. Definitely check this film out on Apple TV+. And on my rating scale, I'm going to give Wolfwalkers an A. There you have it, guys. Those were all the quick movie reviews I've done, all the movies I've seen over these past few days. Let me know your thoughts down below on them if you've seen them. And if you are new to the channel and you enjoyed hearing my thoughts and opinions on this film, definitely hit that like button and consider clicking that subscribe button. And come join the community. I talk movie reviews every single week on the channel, whether it's movie reviews, new or classic, ranking videos. And I also do live Q&As every so often and interact with my subscribers. Look forward to more movie reviews to come out over the next few weeks. We got lots of exciting things coming out in March, guys. And thank you so much for watching. All my social media links are in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.